Hello, it's Dave Knight here, also known as Trade Craze. Today is Friday, December 7th, 2018, 5 minutes on the clock. I have 3 points I want to make, but first, I also want to talk. Today is December 7th, and on this date, and back in 1941, America was attacked by the Japanese at Pearl Harbor. So let's not forget the patriots that have went before us and to make America free. So I have 3 points I want to talk about. In order today, I want to talk about JFK Jr. Was he shown at Santa? Was he Santa? Q Anon, I want to talk a little bit about Q Anon a little bit, and then I also want to talk about the 1,400 point drop in the market. And I'm going to try to do this all within the 5-minute mark. So first, what I'm going to do here is link the best video that I see, actually with this borrowed image right here, from, I think it was Imagination Warrior. I'll link it to the end of this video so that you can watch and then you can decide for yourself. Was JFK Jr. spotted as Santa Claus in Dallas 55 years later after his father was assassinated in Dallas, Texas? You know what? If it's true, if this stuff becomes truth, what a world that we're living in right now. To say that we were alive when all this was coming about. And let's lead to second point. Second point, QAnon. Second point on the QAnon series really ties into being delayed by the Bush funeral that just happened. Now, the conspiracy side of this is that he was assassinated prior to November 30th and that he gave up state's evidence. Him, John McCain were both assassinated. I mean, you can really go down the rabbit hole if you really want to go down here. But let's deal with factual evidence right now. What we know right now, as of today, Comey is testifying in front of the Senate Republican in a private meeting, and there's going to be some revelations come out. And I believe what's going to come out of this is that we're going to find out that the collusion was not from Trump, it was from the Clinton side. That you know, when the factual evidence finally comes out, what we're going to find out was Uranium One and the Clinton Foundation there is about as crooked as you can get. Now, I'm not going to go down any further than this. I'm going to let the facts lead to your own conclusions right now, but I do believe that the cover-up has been on for a long time. They did not expect Trump to win in 2016, and they expected Clinton, that she would come in office and be able to cover all this evidence up. So now all of a sudden you see all the evidence that's being stacked upon on this and all of them, and you can see it being stacked upon with the help of mainstream media, right? MSM, as Trump likes to call them, the fake news. Now, when you know something is being beat down on every network, CNN, ABC, NBC, CBS, the Washington Post, New York Post, you name it, all of them are in unison. Even Fox News at times will turn against Trump and go after him. All of them are owned and bought and paid for. They're just propaganda being presented as facts. There's no evidence. There's no evidentiary findings. It's just propaganda being propped up and saying this is the gospel truth. We know from the alternative media, if you've been involved with this at all, looking at YouTube, you can see that there's truth behind the truth. Third point, the market. Now, I talked about last Friday that I believe the market was in a yo-yo right now. We're going to be violent swings, and the violent swings are happening right now. I talked about 500 points up and down. This week, what did we see? We saw an 800-point drop, and then we saw a further about 700-point drop. It was really closer to 1,500 points of a market fall before recovery yesterday. And when I was looking at the markets a little bit later today, or earlier this morning, the recovery was continuing into Friday. Now, whether it will continue or not, I don't know. What I'm going to tell you, though, is the market's going to be and continue to be very violent throughout this Christmas season. Into next year, I believe that the high is in and that we're going to continue, and it could possibly be very violent between here and March of this year. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Be careful out there. All right, 5 minutes is my 5 minutes is up. This is Dave Knight here, also known as Trade Craze. Thank you for watching. Thanks for being here today. I'll see you in the next video I'll put together. Bye for now.